Hey folks, I'm Melhorn. In this video, I'm fishing for catfish in June. Now, the reason I'm doing the intro to the video is because we lost some of the footage at the beginning of this video, so we kind of jump into it 2 or 3 fish down the road. I want you to pay attention to the fish though. I'm going to come back and talk to you later on in the video about something that's kind of obvious in this video, and that was a telltale sign that you too, as a catfish angler, can learn from.
I think we got us a hitchhiker right here on this one. Oh, yes sir, hooked up, inside planer. Inside planer. Maybe bigger than I thought, I don't know. I'll tell you, it's interesting on this troll. You get into the middle of the river channel, you ain't catching a fish. You get up on the flat, you ain't catching a fish. You get right on the edge, and right in that little zone, that's where they're at. It's kind of, it's fun, it's precision trolling, a little more precision. It ain't always like that, guys. Sometimes you can just troll anywhere and catch fish, and sometimes you got to put it right where they're at. Either way, trolling is the way to go, in my opinion. Anytime you can move a boat. Sometimes you got to anchor. You know, you've seen plenty of videos with me anchoring down for fish, and you catch fish that way. I just feel like, especially when you're trying to figure out where fish are and figure out what's going on, I think it's a very good way to catch them. I'll show you again. Pull with the rod, reel down. Pull with the rod, reel down. See how it stays bent chest a little bit? Not a lot. Pull with the rod, reel down. Comes really into play with bigger fish. That's where you really, this technique, I'll show you in a second. What you don't want to do is drop that rod tip. Get that baby in here, boom. Because what happens is a lot of people will lift and then drop the rod and it goes straight. That's when, if you got one that's not hooked good, he can come out. This one, old Catfish Pro circle hook in the corner of his mouth, he ain't going nowhere. Good looking fish, nice eater size blue. Do I want to eat some today? Nah, chunk them. There you go. Yeah guys, we're picking at them. It's just one about every 20-30 minutes. It's not on fire, but we're catching them, and you can't beat that. Anytime I can just get a consistent bite, it keeps me in the game, keeps me working. One thing we did notice here on some guide trips was that these fish kind of seem to be somewhat in an area, and that at least the ones we were catching, we marked fish in a lot of different places the past few days, but the biting ones seem to be in one area. Again, I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's because they're feeding in that area, or if, you know, it's you know, they're staged up there, or their muscle beds there, or their residual spawning beds. I don't know. Sometimes you can't figure stuff out. You just got to fish, you just got to catch them, and if you find a pattern or an area, you know, you got to go back to it. You guys bank fishing, it's a lot harder. You kind of take what you get. Sometimes even bank fishing, you can have a specific area you're throwing baits to out there, and that's where you're getting bit, and over here and over there you're not. Part of that is there could be something there, a tree, a rock, a drop, something like that, and it could be that you're just starting to dump scent in an area and it's holding fish, and they're starting to kind of roam around in there looking for where that's at. So you kind of get an effect of both of those things going on. But yeah, patterns can work. But I will say this, don't get too locked into them. Sometimes those patterns don't last. They can be a daily thing. So anyway, we got 3. We're catching fish. I'm happy. I think I got one. Yep, he's on there. I thought I seen that rod go rattling. He took it. He took it. This is one of the newer fishing for fun reels. Just what a new one looks like when it's not all dirty and crap. My stuff takes a beating on this boat. I fish it daily. I fish it a lot. And I don't go home and clean my stuff every day. So one day I'm gonna clean one of my rods up. I'm gonna take a dirty one and do a side-by-side and show y'all just how dirty some of my stuff gets. Is he hooked good enough to lift? Yeah, there we go. I am not the guy that is going to sit there and clean gear when I come in. Shouldn't be that way. I clean my reels up on a somewhat regular basis. Let's get him back alive. But yeah, I can be kind of rough on stuff sometimes. That's what we're using, guys. Just a piece of chicken. It's not super big. This is actually a bigger piece than I normally put on here. But roll it through there. Little Catfish Pro hook. That's probably about maybe a 6/0 hook, a little bit bigger one. It's an offset circle hook is what it is. So it's basically not an inline circle hook, which is one where the point's in line with the shank of the hook. This one is just offset. Get back out there. What does that mean? Well, it helps with the hookup. The bad part is you are more likely to throat hook a fish. If you are trying to protect fish and you know you're 100% catch and release, then an inline circle hook's better. But the ones like from Catfish Pro that are offset, you do get a better hookup ratio with them. You may deep hook them, not necessarily throat hook them, but you may catch them in the bottom mouth or gill plate or something like that. So just keep that in mind. It will happen. Probably 90% of the time you're getting them in the corner of the mouth, but occasionally if there's a twist or something, those there are a lot more forgiving in the hookup rate. So they will hook up better than an inline circle hook. So just a little FYI to keep in mind. So we got 4. We're doing good. It's a pretty good bite. All right, guys, I think we may have one swimming off with the outside planer. Yep, there we go. You notice on those planers, I don't do a big, massive, violent hook set. I just kind of pull back on the board and let the board's weight set the hook. That we got circle hooks. Most of them are hooked by the time I even notice they're on there, but I just use that board to put the leverage on it to hook them. So, God damn, well, we're still picking at them, man. This is just a consistent little bite here. There's a lot of debris in the water, and I can't figure out where it's from. We haven't had any rain. We haven't had any rise or dip in the water. Just a bunch of debris in the water. Clear as a bell. Hadn't had a rain event in days. Can't figure out where it's coming from. Odd, but still getting bit, still catching fish. Again, straddling the river channel. This is where the mapping software really comes in handy. Got here. Get him up here. Boom, get that board off. Man, there's a lot of stuff in the river. It looks like after a big rain event. I don't know, that's odd. That's odd. Again, I'm gonna work with y'all on this reeling technique. I only say it because I see it on some guide trips, people that don't have a lot of experience fishing, and just something to keep in mind. Rod bent, just take up line with the reel. Don't use it as a winch. Okay. Get him up here. See what we got, baby. See what we got. Little head shakes. Channel cat head shaky. The channel is a decent one. That is a channel. Yes, sir. They got that head shake to them, man. It's got that whoop whoop head shake. It's a decent fish. For us, it's a good channel catfish. I got some more rods going right here beside me. I'm looking back over at these. Have to get over there and check them out. Yes, sir. Get him back. We got a little net gain on the bait here. I'm not sure if they're gonna hook up or not. People ask about how long will I use a bait. I'll be honest, if it just caught a fish, it's good enough to use. So I'll get that one back out there. Usually I swap them out every time I change location. So, or if I just run out and check them. One thing about chicken, you got to keep an eye on it. That straight back line got hit. We'll see if it's got a fish on it. Guys, might have picked up a hitchhiker on this rod. I am getting ready to move. I'm reeling stuff in to move. The debris field up through here is crazy. And again, I don't know what it's from. Normally you get this, like, you know, you get some heavy rains, it picks up debris and stuff that's on the bank and floats it, but I don't know, lake levels, normal lake level, been no rise in the water, just a bunch of debris. Not sure what's going on, but I'm getting out of this. It's kind of a mess. This is a fish. It almost felt like a bass kick. It was like a boom. We'll see what we got. No, little channel cat. No, that's a little blue. Ah, the future of the fishery. I think he got just accidentally hooked. I can't even make that one, get that one far enough to make him look big. What a great day on the water.
So the thing on this trip that became obvious to me was the size of the fish started to trend down. On guy trips that I'd been running on the lake, we had been into some medium-sized fish, a lot of 8 to 10 pound fish, fish in the teens, and some fish in the 20s. Good fishing for the spring on this lake. But on this trip, and a couple of more after it, we noticed the size of the fish started to trend down. This was the area I don't normally fish a lot. Decided to do some prospecting into it to see if anything had changed, and it hadn't. The bottom line was, this was like Memorial Day weekend, and this was the first sign that some of the spawning was starting to take place. Now, in the week after this, we had some areas where we were still catching good fish. Fish in the high teens and into the 20s, approaching 30 pounds. But that tapered off too. So as I've said before, pretty much around Memorial Day, you're going to start to see changes depending on the water temperature and where you're at. It's not happening everywhere on the lake, but there will be areas where it will start to pick up, and you'll start to see some of the reluctant biting that we saw in with some of these fish, to where you don't even know they're on the hook.
What's funny is I'm reeling this other outside one. It almost feels like there's a fish on it. It's got a lot of resistance. Got a lot of resistance. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'm done up here. This is, I don't know how many fish we caught now. Probably 10. I'm gonna get out of the debris field. This is a mess of stuff up here. It's making, I already hooked a board. It's making dragging through here tough, because you got the boards getting wrapped up in stuff and lines going around stuff. I'll go find some clean water if I fish any longer. Had a good day regardless. Yep, that's a fish. That's a fish. Got one good one, a decent one, and then a lot of eaters, but man, there's I'm thankful to catch fish is what it comes down to. Not everybody gets to do that when they go fishing. You come out here for maybe 3 hours, probably 2 hours, and catch this many fish. Heck, living the dream, dude. Living the dream. I guarantee you, when I'm laying on my deathbed, I won't be wishing for one more day of work, but might be wishing I could catch one more of them. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you out on the water.